I can't believe she is willing to do this. Say hi to Elizabeth. Yay, you here? Let's get things started. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Alfonso.
What the fuck, Elizabeth? What the fuck?
I know, things are weird around here.
They are? I haven't noticed. They look pretty normal to me. Some papaya sex, antisemitism and fried marbles. Everything looks normal to me. But let's get to the serious questions already. My 3 readers are impatient. Elizabeth, you kind of blew everybody's minds when you revealed your grandfather used to hang out with Martin Luther King. I mean, 100 years from now people won't know who Bono is, but Martin Luther King will still be a hero. Can you tell us some little blurb or story to help us know better what kind of guy your grandpa was, or how cool it was to grow up having him as your grandfather?
Really? I think the interesting thing about having family members that have done cool things is that they are just family. I heard that Eric Clapton's kids don't think he's anything special, that kind of thing. That said, I do recognize that my family has done some really amazing things. My father was actually much more involved in the civil rights movement than my grandfather. He did all sorts of interesting stuff, met Lyndon Johnson at the White House, worked with Whitney Young in the National Urban League. I'm proud of him for that. He's also the guy who wouldn't let me take the car on a Saturday night or yelled at me about doing chores. My grandfather was much more involved in the anti-war and anti-poverty movements, being a card-carrying communist. I think the anti-war protest with the photo of King was the first time he'd met him.
Wow, communist. Scary stuff, y'all. Still, your family sounds awesome. I'd love to ask you more about all that, but I know your time is limited, so let's continue. Okay, you have to go on a cross-country road trip, Thelma and Louise style, with one female literary character. Who do you pick, and why?
That's a really hard question because I have a lot of well-loved female literary characters. I think for sheer fun, I'd want to road trip with Elizabeth Bennet, but I'd be really worried that my manners are not good enough to hang with her. Practically, the person I would most want to travel with is Cordelia from Cordelia's Honor. If I was going to go on any sort of adventure, I'd want her with me. She can handle anything. That said, I've already done a cross-country road trip, twice. No literary characters were involved, unfortunately.
But were there babes involved? Just kidding, the Goodreads babe question will come later. Now, I have another question, but also I have a side question. A question that somebody is dying to ask you. But first you need to tell me if you'll answer it no matter what. If you say yes, I'll go ahead and ask you. If you say no, I will just carry on.
Yes, I will answer your mysterious question. I would like to know who is asking it, of course.
First, the regular question. Elizabeth, I have observed the following 3 facts. A. You are somehow involved with the software industry. B. Computers can sometimes be used to aid in making decisions. C. Hamlet's problem was that he was indecisive. Using your professional expertise, please briefly describe a computer application you think could have averted the tragic events in Hamlet.
People make a mistake, I believe, in thinking that computers can solve human problems. Software, hardware, new tech can assist us in making decisions. They can make recommendations. We may even choose to accept those recommendations without reviewing them. My team builds software that makes millions of recommendations a day. It's not feasible to review everyone, but someone, somewhere in the business hierarchy, is making the business decision to go with those recommendations. The solution for any problem isn't to throw a database at it. It's to find the root cause of the problem and identify what type of system is needed to assist people to solve it, and then to buy that system. So, let's suppose that the real problem in Hamlet is that they did not have a suitable system of government that allowed for the smooth transition of power. Should it be Claudius? Young Hamlet. 14 Bris? Claudius wouldn't have had to kill his brother to usurp the throne and wife, if he could have run against him. So, let's say that the problem is that they should have a better system of government and, because I'm writing this scenario, it should be a republic. I think computers could have been brought in to assist in the voting process. A popular candidate would be elected. Problem solved. No one needs to die. I don't think it would have made for much of a play, though.
Your answer makes me wish that I had read those books instead of just pretending that I did to get some chicks. The person who sent it to me, it's on Stupid, so it shouldn't be so hard for you to guess who it was. Let me read it for you. Subject, read Emmy now. Message, dude, you need to ask Elizabeth who she wants to get barefoot and pregnant for.
I'm sorry, mystery questioner. There isn't anyone I would get pregnant for. I'm not a big fan of the results of pregnancy. I'm pretty selfish about my time. Too bad the person didn't ask who I'd get drunk and have a one-night stand with. That's easy. But since I've raised that question, you can't ask me, Alfonso.
Hadwayla, I love the new question you just raised. I think you should tell me. I'm pretty sure my 3 readers didn't expect that one from you. Who is it? Is it me? Fine, let's go back to the regular questions. You were one of the participants in the famous West Coast Grams Babe reunion, yet you are from the East Coast. As seen in my interview of Jasmine, there may be an East Coast reunion which promises to be even more amazing. Will you participate? And if so, where do you stand in this epic East Coast-West Coast rivalry?
I think I suggested the East Coast get-together. I met up with a few of the New York Goodreaders last time I was in the city. I'd love to do that again. They were great. I'm not sure that there's much of a rivalry, though. What are we going to argue about? Who has better bookstores?
Okay, side question number 2, while you were distracted. In a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the hottest, how hot do you think I am?
10, of course. I'm basing this entirely on a small set of data. It might be revised with additional inputs.
You still haven't told me who is the Goodreader that you'll get drunk with and have a one-night stand thing. If you don't give me a name, I'ma assume that it is me.
Assume away. Unfortunately, assumptions are often wrong.
You amuse me, Elizabeth. You amuse me indeed. Let's carry on. One last question, and get ready cause it's a hard question. Supernatural forces beyond our comprehension have summoned the spirits of 3 great authors from the past to repair more recent works which the spirit world has judged to be somehow lacking. This fantastic experiment has produced the amazing novels: A Mary Shell's rewrite of Twilight, B. Pearl S. Buck's rewrite of The Joy Luck Club, C. Virginia Woolf's rewrite of Bridget Jones' Diary. You can only choose to read one of these. Which do you choose, and why?
C, of course. Mary Shelley would not make a very good rewrite of Twilight. It would be even longer and likely in epistolary form. I don't think Bella would develop much of a personality either. Elizabeth was pretty dull. I don't know that there would be any changes to the Joy Luck Club, and I can't read that thing again. I think Virginia Woolf would solve most of the major flaws with BJD while actually improving on the humor. She would certainly improve the grammar.
Dear God, you've done your homework. I can't close with this. One more? Fight to the death. Tell me who you think would win, and why. Ayn Rand vs. her Atlas Shrugged character Dagny Tankard. B. Nancy Drew vs. Scout, To Kill a Mockingbird. C. Othello vs. Macbeth.
Oh no. I'm totally found out. I know almost nothing about Atlas Shrugged and Nancy Drew, so I'm going to have to answer only the last one. So, both Macbeth and Othello are generals, meaning other people do their killing for them. But Macbeth does have that fight scene at the end, so we know he still keeps in shape and can do some of his own killing. Othello, though, seems to be more determined. Macbeth has some wishy-washy tendencies, so I think Othello might win out in a fight from just personal drive and determination, even if I don't know how up he was on his personal fighting skills.
Hadwaha, brilliant. It was nice to have you here in Stupid. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you for inviting me, Alfonso. I have enjoyed this. You're a great interviewer.
I know.
I'm out.